fake. That's for two. Missed it short. Rebound back out for Michigan State. They get a reload. Richardson, bottom, rainbow three.
And that's when you're in trouble. That offensive rebound kick out.
Good bounce with the pull-up jump shot.
Nolan Winter is back in. He replaces Crowell. Carson Cooper in for Michigan State. Hanging and hitting is Jase Richardson. The athleticism on display.
A nice run down.
Michigan State.
Akins is a guy who's got to light it up a little bit. 2 or 3 threes to complement the dribble drive. I love how they come to their left hand.
Oh, this is insane. How comfortable he.
Cooper not that much of a threat on the box, so they're really tagging their guys on the perimeter.
Richardson puts it on the deck. Pull up. Off the rim. Rebounded by Amos. Klesmit. Holloman attacks the zone.
Got the shot.
Shoot it. Didn't take it. Loops it. Richardson. The drive. Through a crowd. He can't finish it. 2 seconds. 1 second. McGee. Run since the Holloman technical.
Tajay took guys out there.
Swing it. Richardson. Nice. One dribble. His jumper is short. And rebounded by McGee.
They've been short on a lot.
He missed it off the window. And it's rebounded by Holloman. Tajay has scored 25. The rest of the Badgers have scored 29. Richardson early on target with a three.
They have not been able to get any early looks.
Right there, too. They double-team Tajay on that screen and roll. Swing to the open man. Blackwell with a big-time three.
The answer is there. Richardson, silky smooth from the perimeter.
He took advantage. Smaller Gilmore on him. Post him up.
Like that little side.
Richardson.
No shot.
Too strong.
I want to hold off by Kohler.
And Crowell and one. We approach 3 minutes to go.
2 bigs on the floor. A lot of screening. Open up opportunities like this.
Richardson. Off the rim. Rebound taken by Blackwell.
Early February. Richardson starting aggressive. Zapawa there to clean it up.
Jase Richardson gives Michigan State.
But not scoring, just the 7 points.
7 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. I'd say that's touching every aspect of the game.
And now here comes TJ Bamba.
Impact on the offensive end here in the first half of Michigan State.
Just checked in. Richardson bouncing his way into the lane and Biddle the board.
Nate Biddles.
Just sliding his way through. And the three's off the mark.
That's really good defense to keep.
Here comes to Jase Richardson. Fears takes on Biddle and gets denied. Shot clock low. Richardson three. Yes!
Urging his Ducks to get down defensively.
Well, Tom Izzo had a foot on the floor as well. Richardson, nice move to get free. And Shelstad creates the rebound for Biddle. Time for a rest. It has nothing to do with the 3 foul. But they also can trust Bam Tracy and Bartholomew out there. That's the beauty offensively. Richardson goes down, and Bamba comes away with it. Fears, weaving. Richardson hits the 3, and a foul. Kwame Evans chasing. Richardson gets it back to square up. Loses him. Step back. Oh, pure.
Oh, that was nice. A lot of times back into a man-to-man.
Pierce somehow got that back. Shot clock low. Richardson. Richardson. Gets free. Richardson lines it up. And he swishes another. Richardson passed it up. Turnaround over Biddle. He just affects so many shots.
Downhill. Nate Biddle sniffed it out.
So now Richardson splits the defense. Richardson couldn't make a spectacular finish.
Outwich just under 10 rebounds, just under 4 assists, a block and a half per game.
Nice screen here with a little stagger and a good look.
Richardson misses on a 3 ball. They are the worst 3-point shooting team in the Big Ten.
Little dribble handoff.
Cooper takes Golden out of the paint area, so Richardson will drive it in and finish.
He is
saucy.
He is so good using that.
Here this afternoon.
Just so connected.
They flashed the foul line, and look, this is a corner jumper.
Bam! It's Richardson.
They forgot about him.
Gets it to go.
Need others. Once again, Zapala running the floor, puts pressure on Golden.
Oh, Richardson is creative.
Locking up the center.
Holloman directing traffic. Booker asking for it against the smaller Burnett. He's back door. Richardson is a high flyer.
Look at this jumps.
That's 5 points for Namari Burnett.
Nice split.
Richardson. Booker the board. Knock away, and that. Carr swing it outside. Richardson. 10 to shoot.
Automatic switch, all 5.
High archer. Short. Rebound. Back for Richardson.
Nice pass.
Booker, high dribble. He was a little out of control. They're fortunate they didn't turn it over.
He's got to shoot it.
A grenade. Bouncing off the rim.
Nice rebound.
And it's rebounded by Goldman.
Oh, he's got that jumper. Again, somebody's hurt over there.
Oh, Richardson went down. But he'll step up and make it from the corner.
It's amazing.
Well, he tripped over the...
Richardson, switch out front.
Stay on his left. I know he can go right.
Richardson, the hesitation, that is special.
He can go right, but dominant with that left.
The glass is going to be the story here. Iowa has struggled on the defensive boards, 15th in conference play in terms of defensive rebound percentage. Every time a shot goes up, right on cue, Jackson Cole.
Hawkeyes not known for their defense, but a very good start defensively for Iowa. Richardson launching from deep. That's off the heel. 1 for 10.
Once again, we're down to 5 on the clock, and that ball has stuck on the three-point line.
I don't think they know it. Now they have to launch a contested three, and it falls. Jase Richardson says that was the plan all along. Yeah, it's being run by Iowa.
How about the 16 to 8 points in the paint? I mean, Michigan State has been dominant in that category all season long, but this 2-3 zone has kept the ball on the perimeter. See if they can rebound out of it, though.
A little rebounding and extra activity from Jase Richardson to get to where that lob was going. Here's Fiddler. Richardson begging for it on that right wing, and he hits the 3. He had time to get out a variety. Talk about that mental fatigue. That's a real thing.
No question. I mean, they have been through the gauntlet schedule-wise here, and it certainly ramps up again with what you're going to see on Sunday. Jase Richardson has kind of been a one-man.
Aikens trying to enter it into the post to Kohler. He'll back it out to Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. Richardson on the drive. Count the bucket and the foul.
This dude's out here playing like he's drinking.
Richardson going to have to hurry. 4 seconds and counting. Trying to split the floater short. Rebound inside and all that traffic. Richardson muscles it up and in. And he draws the foul.
That's the second time.
Fears will jump it inside to Kohler. Back out it goes. The 3 from the wing rims out. And the rebound Dix.
Good possession there.
Out to Richardson for 3. The penetration and the kick. And there's Fiddler in there to try to get the rebound. Richardson blocked off by Bronze. He'll force it up anyway. Gets it to go and a foul. How about closing in on an outright championship? Tom Izzo's 11th regular season title. Going to the rim and it spins out on Richardson, but the follow there from Kohler.
Aikens holding against Kante. What a matchup between those two. Richardson lets it fly and gets the Spartans their first points. That's the Aikens set. Second of the game defense, Kohler here. Holloman to get him set. On the wing, it's Richardson comes across. Offensive rebound, Kohler. He's been their best rebounder, one of the second, but he had to retrieve it. Here comes Holloman slicing into the paint. Hands off to Kohler. Richardson from 3. A little bit too much, and Janicki. Nice push rush. McGee finds the laces. And the Badgers' three-point struggles continue. Richardson, transition 3, splash! And that's got Tom Izzo. Fiddler off the handoff, spins to the elbow, reset. Richardson, 8 on the timer. Richardson step back 3. They got him, and he buries it.
Collette, 4 for 23. A team that shoots it at about 30-ish%. Oh, they had Kohler down low.
Richardson, boy, that's a little flick at the rim with his left hand.
Favor right now. It's like 55-45. It's close.
4-point game. This is Richardson. Finds the laces way too much.
Pull that one back. If you're McGee, good job. I like the fact that he's got the ball. Richardson right now. Let him play make.
Richardson gets Blackwell on his back. He's going to elevate. Back rim, no. Kohler all over the place.
He's on the huge possession, too, with the clock.
Here's Fears knifing in. Fiddler in the corner.
Good reaction, too, by Tanjay.
Richardson. Winter able to keep Kohler off.
Been on fire. Back-to-back 20-point performances.
Ball movement here for the Spartans into the front court. Aikens counted in the foul. And they need him to get going, and he is fired up.
Jackson Kohler's in the post. You've got to take away his right hand. He'll pivot, and he'll look to get back to that. The defense there early. Maryland really locking up, but doesn't matter with the shot making by Richardson.
Xavier Booker got the rebound.
Michigan State's bigs have been active at recovering. Even though there's been some dribble penetration, those guys have made plays.
Nobody more than that guy. Jase Richardson, early 7 here. Miguel back on the bench. He picked up those first 2 fouls. Less than 3 minutes into this half. In transition, the hot hand. Richardson misses for the first time.
Not a good look, though, and Jaden Aikens did it.
Fiddler's got to shoot it. He gets it off. Did hit the rim. Richardson, look what I found for 2.
It's one of those plays. It looks like Queen is going to take it away. Too much air up underneath that thing.
1 of 4 from the floor is Richardson. Trying to get to the bucket again.
After the move, they just need to finish.
But that turned out to be the game-winning shot in Bloomington. Nice move to get some space.
Gillespie's doing a heck of a job contesting these pull-ups.
On first possession for Aikens. He was scoreless in the first 20 minutes. Richardson, tough 3. Zapawa tried to rip it.
That we've seen him be aggressive and attack the basket.
Think of him as a 3-point shooter. He's been going inside a lot more often. Defensive play. Holloman on the run, right to the bucket. Richardson in the corner. Another offensive board by Zapawa.
What they do, it's part of their DNA. It's a big part of this team. They've been able to find second chances, especially in the second half, and pay them off. Jase Richardson getting to that left hand again.
Maryland, #1 in the country, points from their starters. Michigan State, #1 in the conference, bench points.
And that's been a big story, too. The starting 5 for Maryland has not been as efficient as what we've seen. Jase Richardson started.
Richardson has been the go-to guy. Freshman on freshman. Got Queen to leave his feet. He got his own rebound. Ooh, and he's still down on the floor. There's a hard collision.
Tom telling both of us, Robbie, you try to get inside a little bit to Kohler.
Step back. Richardson has been awesome.
Wow. Do that. Jase Richardson just breaking you up.
I'd like to see Fears get going too, Robbie. I know he can dribble drive, but knock down some outside ones. Pretty good here.
Wow. Richardson, what a start for him in his first iteration of this game. You're right about Cone Carr has gotten so good at understanding his strengths. From the floor, offensive rebounds, active cutter, straight line drives. There we go again.
How about that? His anticipation.
Kohler pivoting. He'll try to shoot it. He gets a second chance. Richardson will definitely fire and miss. Oh, Cone Carr, the fixer in the... LJ Cason, the freshman.
That ball is stuck on the perimeter. You get an overload, but still, that ball needs to get to the middle and play from there.
And you got to use the dribble, too. Get 2 guys to play 1. It's a good open look, plus to follow. Double baseline bump. Use that hook. You got it.
Kohler will pitch it out instead. Fears an extra pass. He got it to Richardson. Another. He had 11 in the first half and an opening shot.
Kohler, yeah, he's wide open.
All right. Gotta feel that.
Richardson going to work again. He took a spill. Wolf might have made some contact, and it will stay with the
Good look. Have to finish that for Cooper.
Look at the run out. Nice pass.
Richardson whirling to finish. What a move.
How about that? Talk about a little lunger.
Yeah.
Very tough cover.
Everything at the perimeter. Now Richardson turns the corner, explodes, and can't score.
They work with the rebound, but Golden solid up front. Gotta go. Nice pass. And a cut, too.
Just
Richardson
finding that open area. Jase Richardson right.
Dropping it off. Fiddler didn't take the shot.
Michigan with a good recovery there.
Richardson.
Wow.
For two. Wow. That's so tough.
Lenny Wilkins like in my age of...
East Lansing found some tickets on the internet.
Sparks got to go.
Richardson with two.
Tough shot.
He drew iron, which means they can reset here.
How about that? Heads up.
It's out in transition allows you to set your own defense. Felt like they hadn't done a good enough job of remaining aggressive. Drive and kick. Open look in the corner, and Richardson sticks it. That's going to be there for Michigan State. Surfbound inside of Cooper. Kohler, 23 points last game. Richardson, too strong. Long rebound to Smith. Proud Ronald for the screen. Cross, drive, leave it, knocked away. Harris got a hand on it. 3 to shoot. Richardson has to fling. Oh, yeah! Lorenz been playing with 2 personal fouls. Fears at the controls for the Spartans. Leave it for Richardson. Jab, drive, into the paint, over a triple team, well short. Kohler kept it alive, but Smith comes away with it. Knights want to go out there and prove it, and that can at times hurt you even more. Leak out. Richardson ahead of the pack. That's the one thing. You take a 3 from the corner, you've got to have some of your... Be game for the Boilermakers. Drive and kick, swing. Richardson out of the timeout with 5 on the shot clock. Has to force. May have been blocked. Inside Kohler. You have a great defensive possession. You're helping.
From Joliet, Illinois. He's playing at home. Richardson, 16-footer, lefty, pure.
Notice how he got into the gap. It wasn't a three-point shot.
Ivan T. deep. Batted around, picked up, Fears. Now Richardson sets. Riley the other way. Well, Riley's got 5 now. 31 to 15, Michigan State in a danger zone. Richardson hanging and hits.
2 plays by young players.
By Zapout. Richardson, 16-footer, again.
Beautiful offense. They flow right into that. All commit.
Indiana to become the all-time leader in wins in Big Ten history. Richardson gathers himself, can't get the roll, batted around, a fight for it. Now backs his man down. Ball deflected. Fears got a hand on it. Track down Richardson. Here comes the jam.
The first 4 minutes of the second.
Fears pushes it ahead. Richardson slashing. Inside, Kohler, soft touch. Illinois 6 of 19 from the three-point line. That's 31%. Richardson curling down the lane. Can't lay it in. Picked up by Carson Cooper. New shot clock in this half. Spartans trail by as many as 16. Inside, Richardson tried to flush it. Contested by Johnson. Riley picks it up. Fears. Curling, Richardson. Oh, beautifully done. Jase Richardson. He looked like his dad right there.
Same can be said for Xavier Booker. Shot clock down to 4. There's Richardson. Missed his first shot. Batted around Zapower with the offensive, but he's got a top score. Nice fires from deep. Richardson, 35 minutes over the weekend, 0 turnovers. And he starts out 0 for 2.
He does this. I mean, he makes, that's an NBA play right there. A turnaround fadeaway right below the three-point line.
Richardson left wide open. Another one for Kohler. His 3rd offensive board. Try again. Oh, air ball.
Team, one of the deeper teams he's ever coached, and he has a lot of good talent on this team, especially at the guard spot.
Richardson 2 to shoot. Oh, finesse touch. A touch. It's an all-conference high school safety in his football days in the Twin Cities. Richardson wide open. Well, he's cooled off. It's making 3.
They got to stay in this zone. It's working.
Holloman back out to Booker. Richardson is cooled off from the weekend, but that's a pretty shot. The runner for the lane.
And that's how you beat the zone.
Michigan State found themselves down over the weekend against Oregon as well.
So I think Fiddler, he has to let that one fly.
Richardson did. He missed again.
The key to them getting a good...
Gonna lob to Carr. Standing above the free throw line now. Finds Richardson. Cooper with a rebound.
There it is, offensive rebound.
7 on the strength of what they've done inside with Ballo and Renew. Richardson has 6 to shoot. Open. He won't miss that much.
No, he won't. And that's what I talked about earlier today, Tim. This is something for Richardson here. He just hit a tough, nice little midi eurlier. Find ways to get him a good look. And here it is, right here.
There it is. And he's got it.
For 3, that's a big one.
Almost went in. Holloman hustles for it, comes up with it, finds Richardson.
Come out aggressive today, and he has.
How about that hustle in the backcourt? Bamba almost got the steal. Richardson ahead. Yes. My, oh my, it's rocking up. It has been telling Bartholomew and some of his other guys don't settle for early threes. Richardson again. Oh boy. Out here.
It's a really nice job by Oregon getting back, though, because they certainly had numbers.
Richardson creating, stepping back, getting the bounce. He's already in double figures.
Slow down and stymied their entire offensive production.
Here's Richardson navigating, leaning. Count it, and the foul. Breslin centers come back to lead. And now they'll pull it back.
Good transition defense by Oregon.
Richardson had the hot hand early. He drives, no, Zapawa, yes!
And that's playing into the hands of Oregon.
And if you weren't with us in the first half, the point guard for Michigan State, Jeremy Fears, out sick. Three-pointer going for the freshman, Jase Richardson. Well, those are the types of threes Dane Altman says he likes.
Yes.
Drive in, kick back out.
Step in threes, the easiest threes to make.
Richardson, my goodness, this kid is growing up today. Center,
yes.
Where Michigan State has not lost this year. Perfect 11-0 in this building.
Nice patience, Richardson.
High arcing, my goodness. Too much, though.
Yeah, I thought he should have driven once he got Kwame.
Kohler screening for Richardson. Step back.
No, he
crossover. Down the lane. Oh! Hanging in the loop. It's been this man's show.
Yep.
Looking to create again. Yes. I think I know who's going to put this ball up.
Too much room.
Oh, I think the roof would have come off the Breslin Center.
It certainly.
44-20 since intermission for the Spartans. Richardson by 29.
19 in the first half alone. Came out here in the second half, and Jaden Akins just shut his water completely off.
And Richardson there falling to the ground, but no foul.
Richardson, the son of Jase Richardson, great star from Michigan State national champ. Tipped out, try to control. 3 on the shot clock, got to go. Mara hauls it in. They roll at the other end. Cooper set it. Fears control over to Richardson. Quick, strong step inside. Kobe Johnson with the rebound.
Game. You can't teach size, so they found something in Mara this season to give him down low and let him go to work.
Richardson off balance. Fears up top 3, his first bucket of the game. And the lead back to UCLA. Richardson with the answer. Nope.
Mara tipped it out. It'll be Michigan State basketball. Booker out front. Finds Richardson, the floater. Nope. I don't think Mara jumped that time, did he? He didn't need to. Daly got a piece. Advantage. Richardson over Johnson. Made it a tough shot. Carr high into the air.
On dead. He's just having his way so far in the paint. Getting to wherever he wants to go.
Jase Richardson gets free and splashes the triple.
Great out of timeout action for Jase Richardson.
Claude waiting at the scorer's table. Richardson, the lefty, takes contact but can't sneak it in. Loose ball, and Booker's got their fans something to cheer about. Against the Michigan State team undefeated in the league. Fiddler rebounded and taken away from Yates.
This is where SC, they have to.
Jase Richardson had a good first half. Just steps right in, but can't hit the 15-footer.
Yeah, AJ's giving him that shot, so Richardson
has not been tied. SC has led the whole way, led by as many as 15 in the first half. Jase Richardson is not supposed to be that wide open for SC, and somehow they get away with it. Quiets the Spartan fans, and now the Trojan fans are up. And the Spartan fans are back at it.
This is fun basketball.
Michigan State has handled business and beat people in a big way, and you have to be thrilled just in seeing the style they're playing, because it looks like the Michigan State teams of old.
Jase Richardson had his first three affected. The Big Ten in scoring, the only Big Ten team under 70 points per game. Here comes Cohen Carr. Has Richardson. Lays it off.
Pass.
Oh, he was stuffed. Brennan Rigsby.
Rigsby has, think about it, that three-point line gets going.
6 turnovers. Up to Richardson. Has the green light. Kept alive by Carr. Rigsby with his hands on us, and Garcia missed from the free throw line. He has scored the last 4 points for the Gophers. Jase Richardson, 20 on Saturday, and 2 right there.
I love the play design, though, to get Jase Richardson. Shot 2. Carson Cooper right there. It's, once again, just an individual play that Dawson Garcia goes and makes.
Richardson. Michigan State had made their last 3 shots. Garcia rebound. 10 to shoot. Richardson fade away. Tough to stop.
That's such a mature take, though. Get to your right hand down.
Carr. Rutgers has missed its last 5 shots. They lead by 2.
This is what they do. Put pressure on you. You got to retreat, get open looks with a quick little screen.
Richardson, good looking down to 7. Fiddler. The handles, the spin.
Nice kick.
Richardson got a 3.
They make you pay for overplay. Nice kick out.
Barrington, a 3.
Take that. They need that badly. The ability to make deep ones. That's his 7th for the year. He shoots 21% for the season.
Out of bounds. Hangs, missed on a floater, popped up in the air.
Nice outlet.
Ahead, Richardson got it to go, and a foul.
How about the way they leaked out? It's always pressure. It's relentless.
With Rutgers, he's trying to get the crowd amped up for the final 45 seconds of this first half.
There's that Phil.
Richardson got a 3.
Pretty. That is just a great play. We talked about that before. The same thing before the
8 to shoot. Richardson against Acuff. Richardson. Step back, Jay. Doesn't go.
Look at that rebound by Card.
Going to stay right here. There was down grab by Cooper.
Good set by Card defensively.
Bailey is 2 of 11 from the field. Richardson gets inside for 2.
He can be so explosive. Got to jump on that left hand.
Hands by Bailey.
Back screen. That's a little screen to screener. Flex action there.
Yep. Jumper. Cha-ching, Richardson.
Big time, and he will be cha-chinging.
Also is, if you fall too far, you don't even make the conference tournament.
That's right.
Richardson hangs and hits.
That's what I think can help their three-point shooting. Get there, and they overhead.
How these teams both do an excellent job rebounding the basketball and keeping their opponents from offensive rebounds. Catch and shoot, not that time from Richardson. So Trey Holloman fights his way into the paint as he chisels his way to the cup. Missed it. Holloman into the corner. This is Richardson. Short.
So 2 chances for the Spartans the year in that win at Assembly Hall on Tuesday with 17 and 11. Into the corner. Drive on the attack. It's Richardson.
I really like this young.
This is
action there.
Pulls up from deep a little bit too much. Richardson looking to push. This young man has had some electrifying moments. Transition 3, back rim. Akins snatched it back.
Playing some of its best basketball of the season thus far.
Interestingly, the Illini are 19th in the AP poll. They're 7th in the net. Beautiful up and under floater from Richardson. So a 4-point Illinois lead. Just over the 5-minute mark gone by. Richardson coming for more. The tip by Cooper, no. And Boswell with the Richardson. Trying to fend off Gibbs Lawhorn. Off balance, Fiddler misses everything. Richardson is there. The tip, Zapawa is there to clean it up. Clock into single digits. Fears against Riley, who's playing with 4. Richardson, 3 to shoot. Here he comes. Flicks it up. No. Humrick House.
Ever coach Kohler missing from point-blank range, gets his own back. Richardson weaving to the rim. Count it, and a foul. Baldwin stripped out of there by Fiddler. Frankie Fiddler, good couple of minutes here.
Good decision there.
Richardson, the open 3. And the long rebound to Akins. Second chance.
Hauser on the bench with 3. Achienza comes back on the floor for Penn State.
Enza saved the basket there. That was going to be a wide open jumper for Akins.
And the first 2 of the second half for Michigan State. They're up.
A good defensive possession there. Good hard hedge. And then Fiddler coming over from that weak side.
Nice block by Richardson down the baseline for 2.
You go for the gamble and you end up getting burned.
1 for 4, the first field goal of the night for Hicks.
Trying to answer. Fiddler with the follow, count the bucket. Here's Fiddler. 4 to shoot. Richardson, 1 to shoot. Tough baseline shot. No, but there's Fiddler crashing the glass again.
Points. Holloman to a curling Richardson down the lane. Jones contact and the foul. And Richardson will go to the line. Doing it.
Remember, we had a blast.
It's like being in some Scandinavian country is so beautiful.
Right.
Here's Richardson with the double pump, no. And right there at point blank range is Jackson. Pick and roll with Cooper. Richardson, 8 to shoot. Backs his way in. That's how he used to do it to his father, who's watching this game. Jason, I know you're watching. Dapped him. Step back jumper, Richardson. And Richardson and the Spartans are just in. Moves over to the point guard position now. Versatile. Fears not in. Richardson curling down the lane. Left hand off the glass. No. Batted around. Picked up by Leach. Long outlet pass. Martinelli.
Scouting report. Now you give it right back.
Baseline. Akins alive. Richardson claimed it inside. No.
Akins would have been better.
Fans back in this game. They need a stop. Richardson, they keep him from curling down the lane this time. Kept his dribble alive. What a play. That extra dribble. Draws a double team. Picks it up. Cross court. Richardson slashes across the lane. Down the lane. A teardrop. No. Rebounded by the Spartans. Fiddler. And a shot. Baseline. Richardson. And foul.
And Richard depth. They play 10, and Tom Izzo will rotate them in frequently. Here's Richardson, the talented freshman with a left hand.
The poise by Rich, number 11 in green. Easy opportunities on the interior. He's such a great passer. Their offense starts and ends with him. And so far, they've held him down.
That is a tough fadeaway jumper for Richardson. And backdoor again. That has been open, and it's Richardson laying it in. Carr inside. In rhythm, Richardson.
Booker had his hand on it, but it comes to Iheanacho. Gets it from Booker. Drives in on the angle. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone right for Michigan State. But Richardson, that would have been a fitting end to the first fantastic start to the season.
It really has, and I think they continue to get better week after week. And again, at some point, their better three-point shooters will start to knock down shots with a high level.
Still could be. They had a tough loss the other day at Iowa in overtime. Richardson from the wing. Foul. Count it. Why not? Everything else has gone the way of Sparty tonight. Yeah, they asked Tom Izzo after that Florida Atlantic game about Carr's explosiveness. How about that, Richardson? Wow.
They're just putting on the show tonight.
Fears, pump fake, down the lane, on the move, hung in the air, had it rejected, 9 to shoot. Richardson, Jase Richardson, Jason Richardson's son, the Michigan State legend. Shot clock. Michigan State really moving the ball around precisely. 7 to shoot. Richardson step back jump shot, no. And a whistle. Michigan State 29-23. Michigan State shooting 56% from the floor. 4 to shoot. Richardson off the heel. Carr with a rebound, and he's shooting. 31-25.
Yeah, you got to think about this Buckeye team is still a work in progress with bodies becoming more available. The repetition, the continuity, all of that is still in the works.
Started at Oakland, then transferred to San Diego State. Loses the ball, outlet Richardson. He's got Carr with him, and an easy layup. Jase Richardson.
Wanted the call, didn't get it. Xavier Booker was able to tap that away. Now running out is Richardson. Goes up top and finishes.
Oh, what a pass from Trey Holloman. Had enough. When Dwayne Stevens said that he thought that Chauncey had a little bit.
Oh. And one on this end. Flexing all the way to the rim is Jase Richardson.
Good job defensively getting back by the Broncos.
Richardson fading away. That looked really good. So mature for an 18-year-old. Block.
Watch Carr get it back.
One of the best shot blocking teams in the country right now. And Richardson takes advantage on the other end.
Yeah, this 5 for the Spartans has a little bit.
Michigan State number 20 in the country, riding a 4-game winning streak. Jase Richardson hangs and couldn't hit it. Miller with a rebound.
For that roll situations is Trey Carroll. Really good read there.
7-0 run. There's Richardson from 3, and he stops the rally.
Jase Richardson plays with
Richardson looking for some space, floats it over the top, miss. Kohler couldn't corral it. Dumps it off to Carroll for 2.
Yeah, anytime they've been able, FAU, to get into the painted area, they've been able to create something good. Good awareness there.
Rainbow ball falls for Richardson. Such a deep league this year, as it always is. They had 4 more schools. Richardson from the baseline. Knocks down the jumper. He's got a pure stroke.
Boy, he's got such a great field. Can really shoot it.
5 to shoot. Richardson looking for space. Richardson left hand, no good. Carroll, who has tied a career high with
Xavier Booker. There's Jase Richardson with the teardrop, too strong. Booker tips it out and gets the offensive board. He played almost 6 minutes here in Detroit. Richardson cut off by Jones, still gets to the rim. Had that one blocked, but it's going to be a goaltend. Holloman has to get it up. And Fiddler the offensive rebound. Richardson step back, that's just a 2, and he misses everything.
A weird defense. It's just hard to simulate, hard to prepare for. You just have to play and figure it out.
Richardson knocks in the 3.
I tell you, it's rare that somebody outbodies Juwan Gary, but Kohler did just there.
Jase Richardson threads his way inside.
He's appalling me. They have to watch themselves again.
Richardson underneath, a little too strong. Mia's got it for Nebraska. Jase Richardson launches a three. Nothing but nylon.
They win a draft.
Jase Richardson, rainbow three, in and out. Not even Jackson Kohler could track down that rebound. Jeremy Fears into the corner for Richardson. Knocks down the pull-up jumper. Richardson into double figures. Well, that ball is Nuska. Here's Fiddler for Kohler. Richardson. In it goes! Kerr Tang is on the floor for Michigan State, number 2 in white, freshman from New Hampshire. His classmate, Jase Richardson, has got 16 points today.
Couple of veterans connecting there.
Marco Fox, one of my favorite players in the conference.
Richardson trying to answer, can't. Down low, Cooper at position and a foul. So off the Patterson drive. Now Richardson against Garcia with the left hand, smooth.
Let me explain something to you. This kid is coming.
Richardson against Mitchell, left hand off the window.
That's so pretty. Set play to get him on the move.
Jay Nakin's back on the floor right now. It's the freshman Richardson against Patterson, spinning, fading, and no.
That fella's got some wiggle to him.
Guys that last year were in the 30s and 40s.
Yeah, water rises to his level. And you see it now, they're starting to get more confident.
Out of bounds, and the
by Hunter with a long rebound down to Zapawa.
Zapawa has done a good job in this tournament of position defense.
Wide open three goes for Richardson. Richardson puts up a three. Boy, Cisse even challenged that way out on the perimeter. Now Pierce, nice dump down to Kohler, but he didn't look at the basket. And now he's in some trouble. Richardson puts it up and hits. Routinely and comfortably goes 10 deep.
Well guarded back screen for the screener.
Floater by Richardson, no. Booker comes up with a loose ball.
One big body you have to block out.
What is the answer with the offensive end? Richardson hits a three. A big bucket for this
recovery.
Now Aikens at the offensive end. Booker to Richardson. It goes, and it's a 7-point game. Richardson on the drive, and it goes to make it a 9-point game. Tom Izzo with a missed the second. 6-point game. Here's the drive. Richardson for three, well short. Memphis has it. The 41st Maui Invitational. Again, 5 new players on the floor right now for Michigan State. That is Jase Richardson. He is the son of the former All-American. America, is he as transparent to you as he is to me? Here's Richardson, stops on a dime, got it back, forced it up and in. He is, again, a tenacious talent. Holloman. Richardson. And it goes. He is off to a great start.
Colorado
is for this team this year.
I think they're a tournament team. It just, with the way they've shot the ball, it's so difficult to gauge. If they don't start making shots, and that's the transition game, and Jase Richardson
destroyed, but again, the resilience of the everybody here in Maui and the rebuilding that has begun. It will take years and years, but the process is underway.
The tragedy was just unimaginable.
Danny Manning played in this tournament back in 1987. Richardson. And there is the first three of the game for the Spartans. You can't blame Colorado for staying in this 1-3-1.
No, it's been effective. It slowed Michigan State down.
Richardson hangs and hits. He's going to be a very, very good basketball play. Memphis, and for people who didn't see that game, boy, those Memphis guards were something today, and this is going to be a great matchup.
They were spectacular. P.J. Haggerty was fantastic, and Tyrese Hunter was.
Get some penetration, put it on the deck, put some pressure on the Bulldogs defense. They have not touched the paint yet.
Richardson tries the three, rattles out, flying in for the rebound. Akins thought about a three, now dumps it inside. 2 on the shot clock. Richardson, a very tough look. That's off the mark, but a soft rebound. Chapaua gets it back. Chapaua a little short, but open three. Passed up on by Richardson on his way to the hoop. A beautiful underhand, left-hand finish. Holloway has it stolen away. Richardson on the run. One more slam for Michigan State.
Tell you what.
Here's Fiddler. Fiddler with the catch and drive. Kicks it back out. Richardson wants the three. The three-pointer's starting to fly for the Spartans.
He anticipated it well.
Now Richardson trying to get around the big man and does. A little left-hand magic out of Jase. Season high.
Bowling Green up by 3 against the Spartans. Under 10 to shoot for Richardson. Bounces back for 3. And collected by Towns.
That was it. Knocks with a rebound, but it's knocked away. Numbers for the Spartans. Jase Richardson, the son of former Spartans great Jason Richardson, misses the baseline. 11 listed at 240. Dickinson the miss. Here comes Jase Richardson. And a great hesitation to lay it in. Michigan State leads.
Knack for rebounding. And a really good offensive rebounder. He averages 4 a game on this young season.
Richardson scoops it up and in. That was pretty.
Jase Richardson is they are so good on those ball reversals and getting a seal down low.
Richardson pulls up for 3 and it goes, and a foul.
Boy, what an
Michigan State. They need some quick scores here. It's back out to a 9-point lead after the Spartans tied it on a few occasions here in the second half.
Another rebound by Zeke Mayo. He's done a...
Cooper the handoff to Richardson. And Richardson slithers to the rim for his first 2. And the first Michigan State. Chapaua, one-on-one on the post against Adelaide. Back out to Richardson. Richardson, the C's parted and he gets 2. Adelaide didn't late in this first half. Richardson drives inside, left hand won't go. Rebound underneath for Adelaide. Takes the second. Michigan State, as always, looks to push in the first few seconds of that shot clock. They find Richardson for the open 3, and the high arcing shot falls for the freshman.
Nice defensively. Didn't try to go all the way to the rim, created space for that little backup.
Here's Richardson driving inside. No, Carr's tip won't go. Cooper is there. He can't finish. New Hampshire. Shimon Chapaua with 14 on the shot clock. Richardson from the foul line, a little strong. There's Kohler with another rebound, his 8th.
5th offensive board for Kohler tonight.
And a pocket pick from Richardson. Jase Richardson hesitates, drives, count it, and the foul.
Jeremy Fear said himself, we have a lot of new positions, and they understand it's building game by game. He said, we don't want to be the best in November, we want to be the best in March.
Yeah, Michigan's now Fears comes away with it. Has Richardson wide open in the corner, skips it over to him, pump fake, going inside all the way, and Richardson's flexing that one right into the heart of the sideline reporter. Marion Klein said it was his first ever 3 that he drilled earlier in this first half. He's looking for another. Richardson's looking for one of his own, and that one won't fall. Michigan State gets back in their set. Richardson taking it all the way to the rack. Little finesse.
You can tell who his dad is.
Spartans send multiple at Bashir, and now he throws it away. Akins over now to Richardson. Richardson pump fake and gets the spin to go his way. That one hanging on the rim.
You know he can turn and exploit at the rim as well. 10-4. Tough shot, under duress.
And Tanjay misses on his first three-point attempt. Didn't miss in the quarterfinals. Up the floor for Blackwell. Makes his move on a spin, and it's blocked by Richardson. Foul call.
Wow, great defense there. They could have got a better shot there.
Yeah, absolutely. Rushed it, challenged. Look at this cross and balance.
The jab, jumper, no good.
Going to the well a little.
25, Michigan State. Out of the timeout, Blackwell for the tie. Doesn't go. Rebound grabbed by Richardson. Michigan State. McGee one-on-one with the freshman. Swing it. Amos ready. Off the heel. Grabbed by Richardson.
No easy baskets for Michigan State.
Away from both of the benches, but a great time to be in the Big Ten too, fellas.
Tachi gets a good look.
And 3-2-1. Bo Ryan just texted Bill Rafter.
He was saying, do you like the Eagles?
First trip of the day. Up in the air. Leaks out.
Nice hustle.
And it's Richardson who secures it. Michigan's
3 ducks now with 2 fouls. Here's Cohen Carr attacking. That was audacious.
That was the best missed dunk I think I've ever seen. That was incredible.
Tracy gives it up. Biddle, a deep 3. And Holloman wants to run. Fears goes right at Biddle and drives it. Richardson went down, maybe slipped. It leaves Tracy open, and a couple more players slip down under the hoop.
Look at this defense, suffocating.
They have nothing going right now, so they're going to take a logo 3, and Donaldson misses it badly. Richardson with paint.
AAU basketball early in his playing days.
Free throws here for Danny Wolf, and that's been an issue. 60% on the season. Richardson with pace. It just takes a while to get something. Wolf, offensive rebound. That won't go. He's had 3 of those today. Wolf is 0 of 4. 10 to shoot.
Automatic switch, all 5.
High archer, short. Rebound, back for Richardson.
Nice pass.
Stumble. Attacking, you saw a number of white jerseys in the way.
There's that 5-4 ball screen that they love to run.
Wolf missed it short. Richardson clears for Holloman. And now he'll slow it down.
To 8 points in the paint. I mean, Michigan State has been dominant in that category all season long, but this 2-3 zone has kept the ball on the perimeter. See if they can rebound out of it, though.
A little rebounding and extra activity from lineup.
He's an awesome player. Just the number of ways he can beat you is so impressive.
He was one of those guys that at the beginning of the year, Tom Izzo said, I haven't had a freshman as mature as him at the Richardson going to have to hurry. 4 seconds and counting. Trying to split the floater short, rebound inside, and all that traffic. Richardson muscles it up and in, and he draws the foul. 4 for 8 from 3 is Michigan State. That 3 won't go from Harding, and Jase Richardson with a rebound, then fouled by Brock Harding.
One is over at Ann Arbor, about an hour drive from where we are here. Here is Blackwell, catch and shoot 3, left it a little bit short, and a loose change to Richardson.
Left it off the offensive glass. Oh, they thought he got away with a step there.
McGee hesitates. Boy, hit the side of the backboard.
Yeah, he's a 53% or so shooter from 3-point range, too.
Doesn't. Here comes Winter. Turn back. It's Cooper who got him at the rim.
Yeah, good reaction by Cooper out front defensively.
But look at the hustle between these 2 teams. Last touch by the back.
They ever make them pay for it.
This is Winter. Now to Blackwell on a 3. Front rim, no. Richardson clears.
Yeah, he's starting to get involved, Richardson. A pass, a rebound. Let's see if he tries to go far. Will they be able to get some stuff going again in the paint?
Tanjay from deep. That was an open look.
Remember, though, Michigan State doesn't allow many threes a game either. It's like 6 and
both these freshmen, they had veteran mentors around them. For Michigan State and Richardson, it was players like Aiken and Holloway. For Queen, it was Julian Reese. That's the major difference between these two freshmen and
He's had 2 opportunities in the middle of that 2-3 and just not cashed in. Good head fake.
He missed an easy one underneath, and Jase Richardson's got it in his hands again. Rice with the block. Fiddler's got to shoot it. He gets it off. Did hit the rim. Richardson, look what I found for 2.
It's one of those plays. It looks like Queen.
The way that Maryland starters have played offense, but you know Michigan State's defense is as good as any in the league.
Great shot there by Queen. Foot on the line, step back jumper. Hasn't had great success with the again. Maryland has really confused Michigan State's offense tonight. Isaac Cooper's doing a nice job of defending Derek Queen off the bounce.
Queen is slow to get back down the floor. Someone's physics test from earlier today, maybe. Another offensive rebound. Michigan State now with 12 of them in the ball game. Back to a 1-possession game. Queen with the jab step and the fadeaway.
They hung on the rim for what felt like an eternity. Queen can make that.
Richardson has been the go-to guy. Freshman on freshman. Got Queen to leave his feet. He got his own rebound.
A little bit.
Yeah, ride the big on a little stunting, no doubling early.
Yeah, they dig a little bit, but Golden got a look at it in the rebound. Richardson.
Nice job by Kohler coming over and getting a good contest right there. That ball is stuck on the perimeter. You get an overload, but still, that ball needs to get to the middle and play from there.
And you got to use the dribble, too. Get 2 guys to play 1. It's a good open look, plus to follow. Duke game, this kid just that little hesitation to get the big to the rim before he let loose.
Quick shot there. I don't know if I like that one from Roddy Gale. Quick and in the mid-range. Michigan State zip
matches.
Yeah, their chemistry, though. Yeah, you see the way that Wolf and Golden play together. It's a really fun tandem to watch.
Down the road, we should put them in the United.
Oh, big smile going back down the floor. Wolf.
Short. Fatigue. A settle.
How about for Fears coming in 2 of his last 13 from the field.
6 on the clock. It's going to have to be Smith. A logo 3. Too strong.
You can just see that Michigan State's picking with Caleb Hurst and Will Berg. You got Rover help guys.
The possession for Sparty.
Boswell. And that was blocked up top by Richardson.
Yeah, good.
Well done.
Yeah, good recovery right there. Now you got to be careful with Illinois. Illinois has been very successful with this.
Illinois in flux. Deep in the corner. Yakachonis, no. Riley there runs into his teammate. Richardson racing. Holloman to the cup. Ow! 12 to shoot. Riley back on the floor. Pull up jumper deep. Yakachonis can't hit. It's like a lid on the basket right now.
Goes a little.
Our officiating crew: Keith Kimball, Brian Dorsey, Randy Richardson, and it is going the other way.
Lesmith picked it up. Richardson.
First half.
Everybody loves this play. Screen, dribble, handoff.
Richardson trying to feed the post. He gets knocked around. Turnovers. Apawa couldn't catch it.
Didn't get the vision in there.
Well, for all the attention for the dunking, and rightfully so, Colin Carr reworked his shot in the offseason and has really come back a more complete player.
Nate Biddle doing Nate Biddle things on the defensive.
Carhead. Timer is down to 5. Holloman. Shot clock down to 2. Richardson stripped to the ball. Leak out. Burnett. He's going to get there and throw it down.
Boy, Bayern is so important. Any level. These kids have.
Poked away and out of bounds. Last touch by Tom Izzo.
As mature as him at the age he's at. And you've only seen that maturation process grow as the season's gone on, and he gets hammered on his way. He steps out of bounds. It's a turnover.
His second half to spear the fouls that B1 called right now. I'm sure after I say this, but limited. He stepped out of the sidelines again. Second time we've seen that this afternoon.
Trey. 6-0 run for them. Richardson to the lane. Rice
Takes it away.
I love his activity early on here.
Big hop step and a swat from Kohler. Fiddler. Richardson.
He was close to taking that.
Goody steal.
Now you might have to foul here. Don't foul him, though.
A straightaway tray for Jordan Durkat.
You never know how a Jersey kid's going to react at the Garden.
Turnover. Harper leads them down the floor. And keep away now with 1:20 on the clock.
Now poised. They weren't pushed to play. Oh, not a good look diagonally by Richardson.
Intercepted. Bailey. Taken right back by Fears.
Shots, and that was one right there. And he has not been shooting the three well, just 32% entering this one today. And this a carrying violation. And the third.
But he's not the biggest guy by any means. Niederhauser certainly changes this Penn State defense.
And Richardson got in the air and couldn't get the dribble down in time.
Rolling the dice a little bit with Nick Kern as well, but
Jase Richardson. Richardson, baseline drive, and it trickles out of bounds. It'll belong to Penn State.
Future point guard of this program, still developing. KJ plays with a fearlessness, can understand pace, good hand that time by Leach to cause that turnover. And we're talking about,
Did we get him to? We do not. What? We're disqualified, but that's why 15,000 were so excited about that. Right through the hands here of Richardson. Fourth turnover for the Spartan game. There's a tap out from behind by Osibor, but Washington gives it right back. It is.
And Richardson the other way. Mobley goes down. Jase Richardson knocked out of his hand. Did it go off his knee? Yes, it did. Second turnover. 6 from the three-point line. New shot clock. Richardson tries to split. Lost it. Tied up. And the possession arrow.
Gus, those 4 early turnovers hurt him, and only 2 since then, so more shots at the rim.
And a steal.
We talked about that finishing ability, not just in terms of going up and above the rim, is developing. Can be pretty scary. That is going to be over and back.
Jase Richardson and Frankie Fiddler.
Western Michigan keeps it a 2-possession game. And a travel called here.
But Michigan State's not leading this game without him right now.
Tried to squeak it through a crevice of traffic for him. Instead, Williams is on the run. Got a late foul
here in the first half.
Trying to create Tandy. Deflected it. Nice spin move by Richardson. Alley-oop. Oh! If you could have one too tall for Cohen Carr, that was it, and he missed it.
Solid footwork.
Cohen Carr just out-jumps everybody. But it's tipped away. Oakland with numbers. 3-on-2. Jones rising up.
Let that flagrant call. He just has to let that go. Good job by Gary getting over the top. Well done by Jawan Gary.
And then Bryce Williams steps out of bounds.
The season in a good way for Big Ten basketball. I don't foresee a scenario where the league champion has anything less than 5 losses. I just don't. I just think it's, so.
Him out a little bit further, and he made it tough on him. Great play by Yakimovsky to come up with a steal. That pass was just
in the hands of Orchard, but Carr was able to slap it away. Richardson now drives inside, tried to feed it to Zapawa, had the right idea. Now over to Lucas.
Under duress. Tanjay misses on his first three-point attempt. Didn't miss in the quarterfinals. Early. Aikens, bottom. Michigan State on a barrage.
Point game. Michigan State led by 10 at the break. Frankie Fiddler with his first basket of the day.
Man, that's a beautiful feed from Richardson, though.
Clamp down on defense, and it's kept Oregon at about a double-digit deficit.
Golden does a great job screening and slipping. Look at the help by Fuller.
He got a piece. Turnover. Get it ahead. Aiken spot it. A three.
He can get it going. He struggles once in a while.
Ooh. Justin Pippen is in for Michigan. Richardson, driving kick, drew a lot of attention. Holloman, kaboom.
Collapse the D. Coming through that strong hand again.
Richardson, he's got the mismatch with Wolf.
Kohler can make that. Look at that.
And will. Kohler nails it straight away.
Front end of the one-on-one won't go, but there's Carr to rip it away.
These last couple minutes for Cohen Carr. Oh, my God.
The lob for the lead. First time since it was 11 to 10.
It's going to be the next step for Carr. It's making teams pay when they're sagging off for 10 feet there.
Oh, nice move on the baseline. 7 for 7 from the floor now for Michigan.
Told you about where these two teams sit. Michigan State beginning the day even at the top of the Big Ten with Michigan. This is Power.
Just like they did in the first half, Tom Izzo's.
I think Jeffrey wanted it to look.
Oh, that's a
tough pass deflected. Gilmore.
Nice
turnover.
Oh,
Aikens ahead of the pack, and he drops the hammer.
You want to see a better half-court pass.
Defense among the best in the country.
29% defensive three-point efficiency.
Cooper rolling to the rack, and Richardson with the pretty belt. Now they're going to get him reset to Richardson.
Yeah, let's see if he can take over a little bit.
Here he comes, turning the corner underneath. What a dime, gets it to Kohler, and a chance at three.
Might have got blocked with second underneath.
There's Cooper popping outside. Now to Richardson, 10 to shoot. Cooper rolling to the cup. Just a lethal two-man game.
Very patient with that delivery. They had a cup. Look at Richardson with the steal. He's got Kohler if he wants him.
Up ahead of the pack, it's Kohler. Jase Richardson taking the game over for the...
Now right back the other way. That's where he's been most successful at getting to the rim. Now the pace starting to pick up. And a big triple by Jaden Aikens. I don't care how many times.
It is hard to believe that pressure lawyer's only taken one shot, and perfect off-ball defense, lob it up. Oh, Cohen Carr, a skywalker. Tom Izzo was honest that Illinois missed some shots that they generally make. Got lucky, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And right on cue, Carson Cooper and the fade.
That thing's going nowhere.
Richardson will bleed this clock down. Richardson, love it.
Oh, boy.
Illini up by a penny. Richardson. Baseline. Kohler continues to have the hot hand. This is what Tom Izzo has been looking.
Him to have a big afternoon to beat the Spartans.
Well, he has so far. 7 of the 10 points for Shellstad. He hasn't missed a shot yet. Speaking of not missing a shot, there's Jackson Kohler.
10 area, you got to screen it, you got to move it and drive it. Love it.
Fiddler spinning. Yes! Frankie Fiddler will try for the three-point play.
Now when you're set offensively in the half court, you got to find ways to score. And it's just been tough for Michigan State to find buckets in the half court set.
On Carr, pull up over Daly. Nice along the baseline.
Their last 10 shots is USC now.
Carson Cooper gets it on the edge.
It's a terrific push by Richardson.
2 points per game, their best since the 85-86 season. Richardson has 4 to shoot. Holloman, pull up 3.
Nailed it. Trey Holloman, just 2 of his last 10 from 3.
Well,
it
wouldn't surprise you.
A little different than the first meeting in Minneapolis. More high scoring in that one.
Holloman, there's a 3.
But Jase Richardson just doesn't make bad decisions.
Touchbacks, another turnover. Richardson came up a little bit limping there. Turns it on, back to back. Yes! Too much. Richardson wants to run. Holloman. 3 in a row. Richardson.
They always get him coming off pin downs to his strong left hand. That's no accident.
I watched Booker playing. Looks like he ought to be able to do that even first step. Ball batted around. Back to Richardson. Carr. Oh, wow. Second half has moved quickly, Robbie, already down to about the 3-minute mark. Richardson finds the lane. Back-to-back dunks for Cooper.
Certainly was better, and an onslaught to end the first half. Get those to start going, man. This team is a scary guard.
With 1 second on the clock, Richardson to Booker.
High off the window, it doesn't go for Grant. Push up the floor. Fiddler takes it to the rim.
How about that?
Fiddler, another guy off the bench that gives him so much energy.
Jase Richardson, Jeremy Fears has been terrific in that backcourt. Carr on the drive, floats that one up and in, a little touch. And it's kind of the evolution of Cohen Carr's game.
2 feet in the paint or get to the mid-range.
Fears wide open jump shot, and it's good. And Tom Izzo said we're getting good looks from the three-point line. We're just off the mark for Lee, rebounded, and here come the Spartans. Richardson, quick release, Akins, and that's good.
That's a good.
Breidenbach taken away. Michigan State with numbers. Carr!
Holloman gets it back for 3. And it's good.
Tom Izzo all corralled by Fiddler. Now they can run. Speaking of Akins, up to Richardson. Couldn't quite corral it. Akins, the leading scorer, 13 points per game. There's his first bucket of this one.
Great job by Akins attacking.
He's looked so good all around and in big games too. Fears on the deck. Here comes Richardson right on cue. Drop it up, and Booker drops it down. In the corner, Booker couldn't hit it. Cooper, a long rebound. That long wingspan of his coming into play. Holloman will take a 3 and connects.
Michigan State is sharing the basketball beautifully.
The crowd imploring them for a turnover. They force it. Now the lob upstairs for Cooper.
He has the benefit of running the floor.
In the corner, he knocked one down against FAU. Back-to-back games with a 3 for...
Into the corner, Venterpool, an air ball. Off go the Spartans. Akins in transition. Akins lays it up and in.
You just can't rip.
Just one for their last 11. Richardson, nice pass to Carr again. Richardson using the screener. Akins for 3 from the wing, answers. Akins in double figures.
You know, development and being around the same team, that helps.
Jump in the passing lane. Here's Richardson. Look out below. Akins!
Carolina, second half overtime. Some strong minutes in that win against the Tar Heels. Now Richardson slashing, sets up Booker again, knocks it down.
It's a great two-man action right there.
He played his high school ball in St. Paul. Against Rigsby, crosses him over from the corner and drains it.
Ooh. Well, his family's going to get better at that. They have such a small margin of error. And if you give up those free opportunities, you're burying yourself.
Akins, that opened up. And Akins, the co-captain, an easy 2.
Kenny Odekali, it's a pretty finish.
Up to 4 points. Booker for 3. Knocks down his second 3 here tonight.
Michigan State's going to have to spread them out.
Richardson, nice shovel pass, and Carr will finish this one. Fiddler with a baseline jumper, and again it's down to single digits. Fiddler was the Carson Cooper, the rebound for the Spartans. Richardson finds Fiddler in the corner, and it's another made 3 for Michigan State.
South are getting downhill, it's creating opportunities.
And this is stolen away. Now Michigan State on the run. Akins at the basket. Gets it home. Timeout called by Sanford.
He got it up the floor, did not wait. And now Michigan State's got the defense in rotation.
Three-point look is pure. Trey Holloman. Team 2 run and a steal to go along with it. Jase Richardson is on the run. Richardson flips it out to three-point land, but attacking the basket are the Spartans.
They might try to look over the top of the zone. Oh, they had an opportunity there.
Yeah, the duck inside. Richardson kick out to Akins. Nails a three.
Well, good job defensively in this game, mostly on Jaden Akins when he's been guarding him.
Holloman the step back, and that will go. 3-point game. The drive, can't get a shot off. Needs some help. Richardson cuts, dishes, and Kohler scores again.
Boy, a great late cut by Jase Richardson to make it.
With his 10th rebound, he's got his second career double-double. Fiddler in the corner. The three falls for Frankie Fiddler.
Nice. Collins will try three. That one too long. Richardson with the board. Has Carr working with his left. Carr just fills out by the three-point line. Kohler stepping into a three. That's pure.
And that's a man that can score.
Durr working on Fierce. Had it stripped by the weak side of Richardson. It's Richardson once again over to Akins. Powell has it over quickly to Richardson. Swing pass over to Carr, driving inside, and Carr, elusiveness that time from Cohen Carr.
Yeah.
Richardson has it up top. Motion over now for Akins. He'll take it all the way to the rack and score.
That's that veteran.
Wisconsin's got it. Up the floor for Blackwell. Makes his move on a spin, and it's blocked by Richardson. Foul call.
Wow.
Here come the Illini.
Another empty possession for Sparty.
Boswell. And that was blocked up top by Richardson.
Yeah, good.
Well done.
Yeah, good recovery right there.
75-73. Wolverines right now sit atop the Big Ten Conference. Good look inside. Blocked from Richardson. Ripped it away. Wow.
It's their largest lead today.
Nice cut.
Inside Tracy. Whoa! Richardson with a rejection.
Teams over 20 points. Garcia gives it up. Gophers have 6 to shoot. And he had it blocked. Holloman pushing, does not have numbers.
Just and I go, uh-oh. You're expecting something spectacular to happen.
Such an amazing leaper. Had a fantastic dunk earlier this half. And there is yet another. Longest tenured Spartan. The only guy that's been in the program 4 years with Tom Izzo. How about that behind the back? Louis Courtright there with a nifty dish to Austin.
Munsu got him rolling early with those threes. Michigan State really tightening up defensively.
Akins on the attack. Now gives it up. Thinking about a three-pointer is Julian Brown. Now around the basket as it blocked, but blocked into a favorable position. The hands of Jaden Brownell.
Clear kept the ball high. The white jersey that put him in one-on-one situation.
Davis inside, and Richardson got a piece. Ahead to Fiddler. Fiddler driving to the.
He gets doubled.
Going up against Carr, got a couple inches on.
Barthélemy, baseline floater, and here comes Michigan State break.
They are 7 of 17 from three-point territory.
I've watched a lot of their games. This is as good as I've seen them. We got offense here.
Clock not the friend of the Hawks right now. All the way down to 10 on the shot clock before Dix gets that one to fall. A timeout taken by Iowa. 8 points.
He's done. He's been the catalyst so far for the Badgers. Watch the way Michigan State goes for that dribble drive and the finish underneath. And boy, they keep coming. This kid just...
You're right. He's the elevation of the
got the mismatch here.
First double. Got to rotate and.
Jones, floater, first lead for Michigan.
You got to attack the closeout, and he did. How about that?
That's a big shot for the confidence of Jeremy Fears. Danny Wolf just totally goes to double. Fears makes him pay.
It's out of bounds, and Jeff.
Illinois 61% from the field. Inside, turnaround jump shot, and that goes down for Yakachona.
Pull up, Bartholomew, flat.
I don't like that shot. That ball did.
Bamba off the shot fake, drives, gets in the lane, can't connect, high in the air for the rebound, Evans!
Look at the help Michigan State provides for one another in the gaps. It's just making it very difficult for
Holloman with the look, and what a feat at the rim. And the denial by Booker inside. The finish and the foul.
It's really hard to rebound long misses when you're so spread out defensively. Look at the Illinois spacing. They're spreading you out, and when that ball goes up on, and then take what's available.
Boswell to Riley, turns the corner. Here comes the freshman, puts it down, and contact.
DeMarco Dunn. 6 to shoot. DeLeon backs up for 3. And is strong in the rebound to Fears. 89-83. No timeouts for Penn State. Down by 6. Drive baseline. No on the shot. Cooper with the rebound.
Moment. No question about it. The three-point shoot, for example, Trey Holloman shoot 32% on the year. He shot 43 from 3 last year. He's been shooting it better as of late. He was 4 of 26 to start.
Spartans respond in a big way. Glover weaving his way on the baseline. Tried the reverse, no. Out of bounds.
Again, making 4 players now at the scorer's table.
Ooh, almost a steal there.
Munsu knocked down a couple of threes early, couldn't hit there.
Waikatitis back on the floor with 2 fouls. Shot clock winding down, and it's knocked away. It wasn't even close. Miller hits Kiki Tandy on the drive, was rejected by Cooper.
Jones off the penetration, and he'll be fouled by Richardson.
Of these 2 games will play for 3rd. A spin by Haggerty and a foul. Rogers slips. Hunter. Not this time. Got Cisse over the.
Now gives it up. Thinking about a 3-pointer is Julian Brown. Now around the basket as it blocked, but blocked into a favorable position. The hands of
ball movement against this defense because it's not a pressure defense.
David Coit, number 8 in white from Northern Illinois, into the game now for Kansas. He started the first 2 games. Mayo off the bounce, way too strong. Clemens with a rebound.
Spears is just harassing the ball handler.
Here's Davis working inside against Richardson, and a foul on the way up.
Rebounding, crashing out on the boards. Jackson Kohler knows he has to be there. He gets lucky that time. It comes right back to him.
Deep step back 3 from Bashir. A foul's going to be calling.
Such a clean game. Smooth operator. Jade Nakins.
Ray tries the 3. That one's good. Justin
Tanjay. Off the head fake. Janicki. He'll line it up. Way off. Rebounded by Holloman. Thinking about the high-low. Now it's Klesmit working against Richardson. Klesmit forces his way in and finishes with the offhand. Wow. First 2
in the league.
Well, and he's fueling it now basically with chicken and rice and salmon. That's essentially the diet.
Diversity there.
No.
But it's effective.
Goes against the theory that don't.
Got back to their roots. And I think a lot of people question, is that possible? Can you find that culture again? And the answer has been yes.
Well, it's really been a culture that with it. Watch this young man, Riley. He has been sensational. He's from Canada. Meanwhile, Their best player, Jonas.
Wow.
Rice got to the bucket. He can do that. He's got to use that quick basket. He's got great speed, great quickness. He's doing it again right here. Great
oh, my
drive.
goodness.
That was a heck of a finish. Akins and Richardson right now really have to come up big here.
Galloway gets all the way there.
He did a great job of sealing himself.
For Michigan State.
Shellstat steps back, looking for a double-digit lead, and they've got it up 10. And
Bruins fans in the house, but a good contingent of Michigan State fans. Sky Clark behind the screen.
Now Garcia gives it up. Gophers have 6 to shoot. And he had it blocked. Holloman pushing, does not have number lead by Fiddler.
As we are inside of a minute left in the half. Gibbs Wallhorn pulls up. Back of the rim. Fiddler. Look.
Here's Baldwin, an open three for Ace Baldwin, but way off the mark. Ball kicked back, and
Anybody that's played this game that shoots threes has been there. And there's no better feeling than when that lid comes off.
foul on Richardson on the drive by Baldwin.
So we're not going to just play into their hands. So some of it is game plan, some of it is Baldwin's health.
Here's Dunn with the three. That one won't go. Got a good look, and Michigan State had an answer, as they have all night. Baldwin attacks. Foul on Richardson.
If they look at the resources that they need, man, it's been devastating to watch.
It really has. Washington with the basketball here out of the timeout, and they turn it over.
And Hafey also on the floor with Thornton. Fade away, and Harris knocks down a silky smooth lefty jump.
First field goal of the game. I don't know who's better in special situations than Tom Izzo getting his team a shot. Hunter. Boy, how about Tuck worked hard in his minutes today. It's Hunter again. Not this time, and Akins down with it for Michigan. Now they get it going. Hunter on the drive. Hunter elevates, draws the foul, and will go to the line. Boy, it's amazing. Anytime you're on an offense. Smith, a step back three. It won't go. Malone by Richardson. He's been right in the grill of whoever he's been defending today. Trying to fight around a screen. Ruppin, a tough turnaround, and Richardson got a piece of it.
Giving you a glimpse of that skill set in that 6'11" frame.
Jaden Akins waiting to check back in for the Spartans, but a nice ball away, fade away by Trey Ford.
Trey Ford can
put them in rotation on the defensive end.
Todd Simon was most concerned about Jackson Kohler on the block, and there is Campbell down the right side again.
The foul line is also short, and Martinez with the board.
Fifth offensive board for Kohler tonight.
And a pocket pick from Richardson.
Any sort of play, Kohler takes it himself. Doesn't end up there, but how they make that switch is something to look at.
And a really good job that time from Kohler.
Going to see how he shoots.
Yeah, and last year he had to play as the 3 guard, or almost a 3 position. This year can't get
right there. He's filling out to be a really great player. 7 points and 4 rebounds on the night so far.
Durr working on Fierce. Had it
athleticism, the ability to make a play happen when no play's there. Such huge strides, able to step around the defender single-handedly.
Durr tries to get
Wolf out front. They get Burnett involved. Burnett, the jumper. Wolf, offensive rebound.
In the secondary break, in the fast break, doesn't matter. You've got to get back if you're Maryland.
McNeil had 11 against USC, but he just picked up
Mid-range jumpers there. He's a very capable pull-up jump shooter off the bounce.
Little juggle on the 3. That won't go for Burnett. It's a sky for Golden.
Wolf is so active. Blur screens or ghost screens. Take your pick.
Donaldson sinks it for 3.
Not much of a challenge either, right?
Davis. 40 seconds to play. Riley. And Cooper with another rebound.
Area. That's pay dirt for them the rest of the way.
Bartholomew. Tap back. Angel can't get it. Vincent Shellstad's been quiet this half. He gives it up here.
Look at that D by Jaden Akins.
Bartholomew, no. Kohler has 10 rebounds. Trying to get back on the balance beam. Bamba, late shot clock. They're going to have to put it up. Tracy does, and he airballed it. And a turnover for...
Clark and Bilodeau going to use him, though. Got hit, taking it to the hoop. He'll go to the free throw line. All these fronts and how they were going to fit together and led to a couple of early losses. Mack.
Being set, but they got to push it to get some easy points in transition to make it a little bit easier for them.
It's just hanging for his second basket of the half.
Odekali pull up. Rebound time. Michigan State.
He got cut off there by Fiddler. Another transfer from Michigan State.
He's been playing well of late, too.
Off the heel. Gang rebounding controlled by...
Better set up a car on him in a physical fashion.
High arcer doesn't go. A miss by Somerville. And they can move a little closer here. Harper, straight line drive, hangs, missed on a floater, hopped up in the air.
Nice
Holland
outlet.
Ahead, Richard. It's a 9-point cushion for Michigan State. Bailey hoists, short. Follows it.
You're expecting something spectacular to happen.
Such an amazing leaper. Had a fantastic dunk earlier this half.
4:12 to play in the first half. Thornton got a good look. Long rebound. Holloman.
Munsu got him rolling early with those threes. Michigan State really tightening up defense.
Subs waiting to come in for both teams. Fall away, Vanterpool, no good. Booker tries to create space. Carroll
To lead Michigan State. Out of bounds.
Settle in.
Foul was on Richardson, his first. The first team foul on Michigan State. Down low, it's Osima. And the Gophers tie the game at 9.
Well, Michigan State guarded that extremely well. They brought Garcia to the middle of the floor to try to avoid the double team, but
Hunter into danger. So Powell pushes him out of the lane. 6 to shoot. Tough shot by Hunter with a long rebound down to Zapawa. Hunter, a contested three. It counts and one. Feeling in the game right now. Dickinson is on the bench, so nobody else has scored yet for Kansas. Mayo's going to try to change that, but he can't.
And they're missing relatively.
Nate Kohler with 16 tonight. Smith pumps a three. And Kohler with his 7th rebound.
And the Collins-Carr matchup is one to watch. These guys match up against each other very differently when either one's on defense.
Deming's work.
The heel. 1 for 10, the Spartans from 3. Deep 3 for Sanford.
Michigan State is fortunate there.
Let's see what Brock Harding does in response. He'll go to work. Finding Hicks for 3.
Michigan State is having... You get why Bronze is doing it, but there's nobody to crack back on Kohler at the rim.
Hicks in the corner. That 3 will fall. Pass, an extra throw to Rice. A deep 3 for the tie.
Almost a double dribble by Cook. And Biddle almost threw it away. Bartholomew. Weak side rebound, Holloman.
So much of the game is that screen and roll and how you defend it and how you read off of it. Clark again? Nope, little strong. It wasn't getting the minutes earlier in the season, single digits in terms of minutes, just making Mick Cronin making play at this point. Perry with the miss. Michigan State
Load here at the Breslin Center. Back inside to Garcia. Skip pass. They've gone cold from three.
Not a good look.
You get now Minnesota just above that line. Patterson. Tang rebound.
Playing with 5 out right now to try to keep the middle of the floor open so Bailey and Harper can do the work.
Durkak rims out on a 3-ball. And it's rebounded by Colt. Durkak.
This is his game now.
Yeah.
Everybody's staying a little late cover.
Somerville off the heel.
To Riley. 7 to shoot. Riley fires and sticks it.
I thought maybe it could be some basketball justice. Now in replay, that's dangerous there.
Yes.
Dangerous game to play.
Dunn catch and shoot. How about DeMarco Dunn?
Back to live action. Inside. Northwestern. They'll find Leach. Straightaway Jay. And it's Buell. How many times? The thing I do know, 17-16 Michigan State. Trey never beat you.
No, he never beat me. No, I was smart. I stopped playing after a while, too, though. And it was half.
Bradshaw, here's Glover inside. Nice ball fake, deals at baseline. Pull-up jumper. This won't fall for Bradshaw.
Threes to take when you have no choice but to shoot them when the shot clock's running down.
Speaking of the shot clock running down, Willis kicks it out. Lopsinger will take it. Couldn't get it to go. Should be
Spartans 3 of 11 from distance in the game. Gary, that same spot. He's taken 3 threes from that location. He's made one of them.
Played at Ohio. He's a good player in his own right. He's here tonight at the game.
Mitchell with a friendly bounce.
Resilience being shown, but emotions are still, as you can imagine, very raw, and understand that. A missed 3 there by Hammond, and
Ball stolen, and Ryland Jones ends up coming up with it. Setting up a 3-pointer that is open and hit. Josh Holloway keeping the ball.
Bit different response.
Campbell through traffic. Booker got a paw on it. Out to Butler. Nearly an air ball over to Akins.
Mayo defended by Richardson. Well defended by Richardson. Now Mayo's open on the wing. And Badunga over the back.
And has made it before.
Harris on the drive. The open man is Storr, who hits the 3.
Well, he's just from
Michigan State pushed it back out. Jackson Shelstad still looking for his first points of the second half. Barthélemy too short on the 3.
Only have got it going.
Sanford with the 3 won't go. Dembele with the punch out. Here's Sanford at the foul line. Left it short. Carr hot potatoes it out of his.
Of glass, and it's the way that they play with pace. And credit to this group because they found the way to do that. They look like the Michigan State teams of old. Out of the timeout. With the physicality that this game can play with.
Smith will inbound. It is hard to believe that pressure lawyer's only taken 1 shot and perfect off ball.
It can mess with you because you're feeling the ultimate disrespect there. And a lot of times guys want to go out there and prove it, and that can at times hurt you even more.
Leak out. 73. Wolverines right now sit atop the Big Ten Conference. Good look inside. Blocked from Richardson. Ripped it away.
You mentioned the injury to Emmanuel Obole. He's done for the year with a knee injury. That high arcing jumper doesn't go for Davis. Tracked down.
Illini lead. Dude, look at what the freshman Riley has done. Backdoor. Just masterful on the kick.
Leach. Martinelli. Nicholson. Pull-up jumper. Wyndham. No. Whoa. Rebound by.
Inside of a minute. Offensive.
Jones is really their only true point guard. He now comes off the bench on the floor for the Golden Grizzlies.
There's not a lot of those anymore. True point guards.
There's Cole, nothing but nylon.
Runner. And he really lined it up well. Now he's got the task of covering Christie, who's got that green light. Yep.
And Christie, nothing but nylon.
And he started to figure out how to influence the game with his athleticism, but play with skill. You know, development and being around with the same team, that helps.
Jumping the passing.
Every category on a box score, and in some categories that aren't on a box score. And you have to remind yourself, he's 17 years old. It's ridiculous. Top 100 prospect a couple of years ago, coming out of high school. There's a runner that'll drop for Javon.
There's been some moments, but not too raucous in here yet. Thomas. And the rebound secured by Holloman.
Here's Justin Page, splits and drives right to the rim for two.
That's going to be a tough it now. How about the fact that they're 5 of 10 from 3? They make shots. I mean, it is going to be incredibly tough to challenge Michigan State.
Dix with the bucket.
First kick. Smith with 10 to shoot. Fears in the stance. Smith on the attack. Leave it. No man's land.
From the Illini.
Another empty possession for Sparty.
Boswell. And that was blocked up top by Richardson.
Yeah, good.
Well done.
Yeah, Oregon in the first half was their three-point shooting. 10 of 19 from 3 in the first half. 0 for 5 here in the second.
Yeah, it has been a totally different ball game today.
Nice cut.
Inside Tracy. Whoa! Richardson with a rejection.
Now they just can't get to the basket. There's a cut right there.
Slacker able to finish and break the drought. Nice pass. And you heard the coop raining down here from the Michigan State fans. Slacker in amongst trees, and he travels and turns it.
Furious pace.
7-point game as we come up on the midway point of the half. Riley on the catch. He's got it all working.
Well, he's just too big.
A siege in for Worcester. It's broken up. Worcester gets it back. Throws it up to Morgan. Pulled off the rim by Cooper.
Post himself. Allen's back. The double comes. Gives it up. And attacking the basket with a beautiful take is Isaiah West. Just in your face. Yeah. We don't care who you are.
That's right.
And like you mentioned, it's the reason why Coach Izzo was so fired up at the shoot-around today. He knew what his team was in for. His team responded.
For the Spartans, Wisconsin trying to put an end to that. They lead at 37-33. Klesman right out of the gate. Doesn't get the roll, but he does draw the foul.
It continues.
Yeah, on the free throw from Aikens. 4 for 8 from 3 is Michigan State. That 3 won't go from Harding and Jase.
So an 8-point game. Riley spinning away from Richardson, taking contact, and he's letting him hear it.
Now the Beckway offensive rebound.
Quickly, Jase Richardson got to DJ to take him off that shot.
And then he just ripped it away.
Shot clock at 4.
Oh, what a shot by Worcester. Brick. Picked up by Holloman on the baseline.
The Spartans. Holloway has it stolen away. Richardson on the
Quality college. You can see they put on a nice display here this evening.
Holloway can't get the finish. Fiddler has the basket.
23 points in their first game against Monmouth, 10 against Niagara, just 2 tonight. Tipped up and in by Dickinson. He's got 20.
If he widens that game out, Coach Izzo says he's a much better shooter. Russell fading away on the other end, and it rolls off to Carson Cooper.
But if the white jersey, that put him in one-on-one situation.
Davis inside, and Richardson got a piece. Ahead to Fiddler. Fiddler.
In defensive efficiency. Started 9-0 in the league. They won 13 in a row at one point. Jase Richardson the steal.
inserted into the starting lineup against Oregon in that win. And
it hasn't stopped them. They won the regular season title.
Bone does a great job screening and slipping. Look at the help.
Kohler, he got a piece. Turnover. Get it ahead. Akins.
Oh, Carr elevates for the swat. Harding, tough entry, and it's taken away. Numbers if they hurry.
The way they spread the floor, and they were very, very patient with that delivery. They got a couple. Look at Richardson with the steal. He's got Kohler if he wants him. Up ahead of the pack, it's Kohler.
In that, I think he's got to certainly be more assertive at getting downhill.
And Dustin, really good recognition. Oh, goodness. Recognition. Wolf was tired. Rest for him now. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, indeed. Michigan State has done the job on Michigan's guards. Outside of Namari Burnett, they've shut the water off on everybody.
That was Richardson that time. Akins spikes it.
Smith will inbound. It is hard to believe that pressure lower is only taking one shot, and perfect off-ball defense. Lob it up. With 10 to shoot. Fears in his stance. Smith on the attack. Leave it. No man's land. Richardson. Spin.
Rifled pass there through the defense. Largest lead so far for the Spartans at 14. Touch pass. Another turnover. Richardson came up a little bit limping there.
Man, it's been devastating to watch.
It really has. Washington with the basketball here out of the timeout, and they turn it over. Carr in transition, and he is fouled by
Quickly, Jase Richardson got to DJ to take him off that shot.
And then he just ripped it away. Up ahead, Akins gets it from Booker. Drives in on the angle. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone right for Michigan State. But Richardson, that would have been a fitting end to the first 20. There's a tap out from behind by Osibor, but Washington gives it right back. It has been that kind of night. Here's Fears.
For example, Trey Holloman shoot 32% on the year. He shot 43 from 3 last year. He's been shooting it better as of late. He was 4 of 26 to start the season, 15%. And then, but his last 6 games, he shot.
Boyka Titus back on the floor with 2 fouls. Shot clock winding down, and it's knocked away. Cohen Carr gets it back. Carr.
It's the game with his athleticism, but play with skill. You know, development and being around with the same team, that helps.
Jump in the passing lane. Here's Richardson. Look out below.
Catch and make a play. Right decision.
Garcia draws attention and turns it over. And Odekali with the foul on Richardson. And
Spartans starting to flex their muscles here.
Now a 19-2 run and a steal to go along with it. Jase Richardson is on the run. Richardson. Holloway has it stolen away. Richardson on the run. One more slam for Michigan State. Brownell drops it back out for Ryland Jones. Trying to get it back to Brownell. Basketball is loose and Fiddler secures.
The deflection there by the Spartans. Active.
That's right. And like you mentioned, it's the reason why Coach Izzo was so fired up at the shoot-around today. He knew what his team was in for. His team responds here with the steal. Holloman kicks it ahead. Here's Richardson.
Martinez with the board.
5th offensive board for Kohler tonight.
And a pocket pick from Richardson. Jase Richardson hesitates, drives, count it. And
he's filling out to be a really great player. 7 points and 4 rebounds on the night so far.
Durr working on Fierce. Had it stripped by the weak side of Richardson. It's Richardson once again over to Akins.